Hello and a very warm welcome. Once again, we are joined by F1 Fan Gamer.
Hello.
Today we've got an interesting video as we're going to predict how many titles each 2022 driver will get by the time they retire. So we're going to go down all 20 drivers and give a prediction whether they'll be champion or not, and how many they're going to achieve in their career. And this was F1 Fan Gamer's idea. Are you looking forward to this?
Yeah, definitely. I just thought it would be. I saw a video on TikTok a few weeks ago, and basically someone predicting every driver how many titles they're gonna have when they retire. So I just thought it'd be a good idea.
Very good idea. So let's jump into it. We'll start with Mercedes, and we'll start with Lewis Hamilton. I'll let you go first. How many do you think he's going to win?
Well, I think if Mercedes are dominant this season, I think he'll win the title, because for some reason I don't think George will come in straight away and beat him. But I think if they've got a good car this year, I think he'll get his 8th and then maybe call it a day. I can't really see him getting more than 8, because I think he wants to do other things. So yeah, I'm saying 8 to get the record.
Okay, yeah, you say yours and I'll say mine. I think Lewis will get 8. I think he'll come back firing this season, stick 2 fingers up to the FIA after what happened in 21, and he'll retire. And yeah, I think he'll end up on 8. So let's jump into new Mercedes driver, George Russell.
Now, George Russell, I'm looking forward to see what he does this season. Should have been in Mercedes after 2020, at the end of 2020, because you saw clearly how he beaten Bottas straight away at Sakir, and George, I'd say it's a difficult one, really. So I definitely think he'll definitely get a title, but I don't know how many. So I'm going to say 2.
Have you been looking at my sheet before we started this? I've got 2 written down for George. I'm excited to see what George can do. GP3, GP2 champ. He's definitely a Formula 1 champion. I don't think he'll win it next year, even though I put a sneaky bet on him too. But yeah, I mean, he's a champion. So let's jump into Red Bull. Now this could be an interesting one, because I think this might surprise Max.
No, Max Verstappen's bloody great for the sport. Like, the season with Lewis this season, them two going wheel to wheel has been absolute great. I'm not his biggest fan, but I'm not gonna slander him or anything, because like I'm not that sort of guy. People have their own opinions on Max. But my honest opinion, if he has a car like last year, I could see him doing a Vettel and get like 4, maybe. Because I just think he's just bloody great.
So you saying 4 or 5, including this one?
I'd say 4.
Okay. I've gone pretty bold on this one. 2016, I've been a massive fan of Max. I genuinely think he's got age on his side, and I believe he could match Lewis. I genuinely do.
I mean, he generally could, because he started at 17, got the promotion to Red Bull at 18, and then got his first win at 18 in his first bloody race, and then
epic.
I don't know how many wins he's on now. I'm pretty sure he's on 20, and he's fucking 40. He's 24. Like,
Yeah.
he could generally beat Lewis's record. I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever.
This is what I mean. Records are there to be broken. No one thought Schumacher's record would be top. No one thinks Lewis's will be top. Max has got age on his side. I'm going bold on Max. I'm saying he's going to get 8. Because when Lewis and Vettel retire, I think he's going to dominate the sport. So
that is bloody bold.
Checo Perez.
No, I don't. Nah, I don't think he will win. Let me get my words out. Win a title. I just don't. No, I don't think he's a bit like Bottas, but he's a good driver. But he's, in my honest opinion, I don't think he's championship material.
Yeah, I've got the same for Checo, 0. I just don't see him beating Max over the season. Now, we've got to say, this is quite difficult to do because we don't know the future. Like 2023, McLaren could dominate, and we could looking back on this, we could look foolish.
Or Alpine or anything. You just don't know.
Yeah, so we're just going with the flow here. Right, I'll go first on Ferrari. So Charles Leclerc, I've got 1 for Charles Leclerc. I think he's a champion in the making. But yeah, my prediction is George and Max are going to dominate the sport. I think Ferrari need to get back winning titles. I've got 1 for Charles Leclerc.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think Charles is great. I just don't. What I've heard, he wants to stay with Ferrari pretty much forever, and for some reason I don't have any faith in Ferrari. Like the last, how long? About when was the last time we won a title? 2008.
7.
Yeah, 7 drivers and
constructors they won in 08.
Yeah. It's just I don't have faith in Ferrari. I think they just need to go back to winning ways like they did in the Schumacher days. They just need to get their fingers out their ass and just need to pick it up. I hope they have a good season in 2022, back to winning ways. But I really do think Charles in the future. I don't know why he would want to stay with him forever.
Okay, we jump into Carlos Sainz, and again, I've got 1 for Carlos Sainz. Now, I was on the edge with Carlos Sainz. Very good driver. I think he's slightly underrated. But yeah, it's all in hindsight, this, because if Ferrari start dominating, they could win 5 or 6 in a row if they dominate like Mercedes. So it's quite difficult to do this. But yeah, I've gone Sainz 1.
Yeah, I've said 1 as well. I thought I remember at the start of last year. Before that, I said I didn't think he was a world champion because I don't know why, but I think once he came up against Charles, everyone, had positive talks about him, like him beating Vettel and all that, and him being the next star of F1. And then he came in straight away and beat Leclerc. I know Leclerc has had some bad luck, but you got to give it to Sainz, 4 podiums this season. And he's been great.
I predicted it as well in my predictions at the start. Got that one spot on. Now, this is the most exciting one, McLaren. Now, this is going to... McLaren's my team, but this could be... I honestly don't know what you're going to say on this. I
already know your answer to both of them.
Right, I'll go first again. Lando Norris. I'm saying 0. Nothing will please me more than to see McLaren win a title again. But yeah, right now I'm saying 0 on Norris.
I mean, Lando's another one. he's like happy at McLaren and he wants to stay with them for quite a while. I mean, if like McLaren are not Grand Prix winners, like a lot of times, I know they won one this season, but like they're nothing what they were back in the 2000s and the 2010 era and all that. I mean, yeah, I predict one, but it depends if he's got a championship car.
I like that. It's all about opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we jump into Daniel Ricciardo. Daniel Ricciardo, I'm going 0 again. I just don't see it, Daniel Ricciardo. I said he was a bit overrated. And it's if McLaren do start dominating again, you never know. They could even change their driver lineup. So unpopular opinion. I'm saying 0 for Ricciardo. I don't think will win a world championship.
I mean, he's my second favourite driver, but obviously I'm not going to be biased or anything to say, oh yeah, he's going to get 5 or whatever. I'm saying 0 as well. I think he's had his chance at Red Bull. They didn't have a championship winning car. I think in 2014, if he had a slightly better car, he maybe would have gotten a mix with Rosberg and Hamilton. But yeah, just now I just don't think he's the same. Like last season getting beaten by Norris.
Year ahead for him.
Yeah.
2014 he was kind of in his prime. He was really
really I think
good.
2017 was pretty good, and then 2018 he had engine failures, and then he decided to move, and then gone downhill since then, to be honest.
Let's see what 2022 holds for him. Jumping into Alpine, Fernando Alonso. Now, I'm going to keep this one pretty short and sweet. 2 titles. He's going to finish on 2 that he already has. He's getting on now, and I think he's going to retire soon. So, yeah. I mean,
yeah, agree. Another one I agree on. Still down to. I really think he's underachieved in F1, really, because he should have more titles.
He's a bit like Kimi Räikkönen in that aspect.
Yeah, I mean, he should have won in 2. I think it was close in 2010, and then it was close again in 2012. But that car in 2012 shouldn't have been nowhere near a title.
Yeah, no, it was incredible that. Esteban Ocon, Hungary Grand Prix winner. I've got written down 0 for Ocon. I mean, he could end up at Mercedes, so in the future, but yeah, for now I'm saying 0 for Ocon.
Yeah, I'm 0 as well. He's a good driver, but I just not quite championship material. I just don't think he's championship material, to be honest.
Yep. Jumping into AlphaTauri. We got Pierre Gasly. I think Gasly's very consistent, but I think he may have had his chance. I'm going to say 0 again for Gasly. I do hope he gets a better team, but yeah. What are your thoughts on Gasly?
I really like Gasly. I mean, at Red Bull he flopped quite a bit. I think he shouldn't have been promoted that early. Same with Albon. He shouldn't have been promoted that early either. And then he just had a lot of pressure on him going into Red Bull, and flopped. But he's got his career back on track. I mean, I think if he had a good team behind him, like, I don't know which team, but like, I don't know. I'm on the fence with 1 or 0, but I don't know. I'm going to say 0.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I mean. It's all in hindsight because we're trying to predict the future. We don't know who's going to dominate him. I mean, Mercedes, Red Bull look good now, but it could be back to Ferrari, McLaren. So,
Yeah.
Yuki Tsunoda, I'm going to keep it very short and sweet, 0. Yeah, I can see him improving in 22, but yeah, I don't think he's going to be world champion.
No, I'm going to keep it short as well and just say 0. Not much to say.
On to Aston Martin. Sebastian Vettel, obviously 4-time champion, and for me, he's going to stay on 4 titles. Yeah, I think he's going to just stay on 4 me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say the same 4. I think he's had his day. I think, in my opinion, he hasn't been the same since Germany 2018 when he dropped in the slick conditions. He's not the same driver he used to be. I'm gonna say 4.
Yeah, Lance Stroll, I'm saying 0. I think he's proved himself now in Formula One that he's not like he used to get that tag of pay driver. I think he's proved himself now that he deserves to be in Formula One, but I don't see him as a champion.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 0 as well. Nowhere near championship.
Jumping into Williams, we got Latifi. Again, short and sweet, 0. Yeah, 0 for me. I don't think it's good enough.
Yeah, 0. Just not much to say about Latifi. Shouldn't be in the sport because of the only reason why he's in the sport is because of money. I mean, everyone's gonna say, "Oh, you're a Hamilton fan." Of course, you're gonna say that you're crying, blah blah blah. I'm just saying how it is. I'm not saying all this because he dropped under the safety car and all that, and then he went to Max. I'm over that now, and I've moved on. So yeah, 0.
Yeah, me too. I've moved on. Then we jump into Alex Albom, who is back on the grid. We've obviously got Helen, who's a huge fan of Alex Albon, in the comments. So she's probably not going to be happy with my answer. But yeah, Alex Albon, 0. Yeah, I think he beats Latifi, but whether he can get another top drive, we wait and see how he performs in 22.
Yeah, straightforward 0 again. I think it was quite a shame that he got kicked off straight away when he got dropped by Red Bull. I wish someone like picked him up like AlphaTauri or something, but like, yeah, he just couldn't handle it with Max as his teammate, and then got promoted too early, and then 0 for me.
Yeah, good to see him back on the grid. Alfa Romeo. Now we've got. I'm going to do them both at once on this one because both Guan Yu Zhou and Valtteri Bottas, 0. Bottas has had his chance, and he didn't get near a title in 5 years, and I don't see Zhou being champion. 0 for both on them ones. What are your thoughts, F1 fan gamer?
Same again, 0. Bottas had his chance. He was like pretty much each season he was over 100 points off Lewis. Getting 2 wins a season or whatever. Not good enough. Guan Yu Zhou as well. 0.
And then last but not least, Haas F1. Now, we'll start with Nikita Mazepin on this one. I'm saying 0. Again, I think he's quite lucky to be on the grid. And
again 0. Shouldn't be on the grid whatsoever. Money talks.
Yeah, I think this one could be an interesting one. Mick Schumacher. Now, nearly 90% he's probably going to end up at Ferrari one day. But as it stands, I've got 0 for Mick. I was debating 0-1, but I've got 0 for Mick. I do think he'll be in Ferrari sooner rather than later, but yeah, I had to pick something and I picked 0.
Yeah. I mean, last year he was in an absolute shit box of a car, and all he could do was really just beat Mazepin. And yeah, I don't know what Mick can really do in F1. Like, I don't know if he's championship material, but at the moment I'm gonna say 0, but it could soon change in 22 if he has a better car.
Yeah, so there we have it. There's our predictions. Yeah, I think there was a couple of surprises in there. My one of Max's, where I said I believe he could match Lewis's record, which was pretty bold. We had McLaren. That was an interesting one. Yeah, the reason I said Norris, no, because I believe Russell. Like I've always said Russell was better than Norris, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But people really rate Lando Norris. So
I mean, when Lewis and Ricardo retire, I think I'll probably support Russell and Norris because, yeah, just I've followed them since 2018, since Formula 2, and that's the reason why I watch Formula 2 is because of them too.
yeah, when Lewis retires, I've got to go Russell. I did say I was going to support Max, but I think I've got to go to George. I like George. So there we have it. Comment down below your thoughts. This has been a long video, probably like 20 minutes, this one. Thanks to F1 Fan Gamer for coming on again.
No problem.
And yeah, comment down below your thoughts and we'll see you next time. Adios.